Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you are doing well. Grade 11, subject Pakistan Studies, SLO 2.2.5. Describe the salient features of 1956 Constitution. Dear students, we have already discussed the objective resolution in our previous lectures. So now we will discuss 1956 Constitution. Dear students, as you all know that after the objective resolution was passed, the constitution making process was taken in hand by the first Constituent Assembly of Pakistan. And a number of committees were formed, and these committees, after a detailed study, submitted their reports to the Constituent Assembly. But the recommendation could not be materialized, and the Constituent Assembly was uh, dissolved by the Governor General Ghulam Muhammad on 24 October 1954. So during the 7 years of stay of the Constituent Assembly, 1947 to 1954, constitution for the country could not be prepared due to the political crisis and the struggle for power among the political parties and political leadership. So in 1955, the four provinces of West Pakistan, which is existing Pakistan, were merged into one province known as one unit. The members of the Second Constituent Assembly were elected through direct election. So this assembly succeeded in preparing a constitution for the country. So in June 1955, a new Constituent Assembly was elected and the constitution making started. The constitution of the country was prepared in less than 1 year and it was enforced on 23rd March 1956. So it is called the Constitution of 1956. Dear students, the Constitution of 1956 has 13 chapters and 34 articles. Now we will discuss the features of 1956 one by one. The 1956 Constitution consisted of 13 chapters, 234 articles and 6 schedules, and it was a written constitution. Parliamentary system, executive authorities vested in the president, who exercised it on the advice of the prime minister, except in the matters he had discretions. So president had ceremonial functions and exercised limited power. And president would be of 45 years of age and Muslim and qualified to be a member of National Assembly. It was the condition to be a president according to 1956 Constitution. And he was to be elected by the National Assembly in the provincial assemblies. Next is Prime Minister. PM could be appointed by the president. So President could not remove him unless he was sure that Prime Minister did not enjoy the support of the majority in the National Assembly. So the President would be its sole judge. He could ask PM to show his support. Cabinet was collectively responsible to National Assembly, and Prime Minister was the head of the government, assessed by the cabinet. One house parliament. National Assembly was the only house of the parliament having a membership of 300 plus 10 women seats. Principle of party was observed for representation in method of direct election was adopted for the general seats. And all legislative powers were rested with the National Assembly, and President could return, reject, or sign the bill. So, regarding monetary bill of the ordinary expenditures, National Assembly had all powers, but they could not vote on the consolidated fund list. So, salaries of president, judges, Federal Service Commission, extra, were to be paid through the consolidated fund. And the Constitution provided three lists: federal, provincial, and concurrently. So there were two provinces in the Federation of Pakistan according to 1956 Constitution. Next is provincial structure. At the provincial level, there was elected assemblies, the parliamentary system under the nominal headship of governor. The real power were given to chief minister and his cabinet. Center had some overriding powers and some emergency powers too. So next is independent judiciary. So at center level, the highest court was Supreme Court, then High Court in provinces, and subordinate courts were established. High Court have the power of interpretation of the Constitution. Is the point to be noted. So High Courts have the power of interpretation of the Constitution of Pakistan, and they could hear the disputes between governments. They were guardian of the legal rights of the citizens. Next is fundamental rights. Civil and political rights were given to people of Pakistan, but they could be suspended in case of emergency. Next is Islamic character. According to 1956 Constitution, the name of the country was the Islamic Republic. Objective resolution was the preamble of 1956 Constitution, and other Islamic clauses were a part of the directive principles, and no laws can be made to violate Islamic principles and teaching. Existing laws would be brought in conformity with the Islamic teaching, Quran and Sunnah. Islamic heritage and roots are combined with the modern notion of governance, and moderate political system was adopted. Next was working of the Constitution. Dear students, the Constitution of 1956 had remained in force for about 2.5 years when General Muhammad Ayub Khan, Commander-in-Chief of Pakistan Army, took over the administration of the country by imposing martial law on 7th of October 1958. So the Constitution of 1956 was abrogated and all the assemblies were dissolved. Thus, the country once again became without a constitution for about 3 years and 8 months. Thank you so much, dear students, for joining. It's all about the silent features of the Constitution of 1956.